A body found in East Norman plus Election Day on the horizon, and the OU Student Government Association cracks down sexual misconduct. This is OU Nightly. Thanks for joining us on OU Nightly. I'm Kelsey Hovenitz.
And I'm Cal Day. We begin with breaking news. The Cleveland County Sheriff's Office says a body has been found in a field in East Norman. Deputies report the person's body was discovered by Norman's Food and Shelter for Friends, which serves the homeless population.
The body was near a creek, and officers confirmed the person is deceased. The property is owned by the state of Oklahoma as part of Griffin Memorial Hospital. We'll bring you more on this story as it develops.
And we're on the final countdown to the incredibly important midterm elections that are just 1 week from today. But you don't have to wait until Tuesday to vote. Early voting begins this Thursday. You can vote at your county election board from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Thursday and Friday, and then 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Saturday. General election voting will be open next Tuesday from 7 in the morning until 7 in the evening at your regular polling place.
And the deadline to apply for an absentee ballot to be mailed to you is tomorrow evening by 5 o'clock. You can apply at ok.gov/elections at your local county election board office in person or by mail. And now OU Nightly's Harley Toothman shares with us why November isn't just a historical month for elections.
Throughout Oklahoma history, roles women have evolved through business, politics, and other public life in the state. 2018 marks the centennial of women's suffrage in Oklahoma, a century since Oklahoma women were able to act on their civic duty and vote at the polls.
Having a celebration like this, we hope, emphasizes the fact that voting does matter and that is a way to bring progress and change.
Oklahoma was the 21st state to grant universal suffrage to women just 2 years before the 19th Amendment to the United States Constitution was ratified. Equal suffrage nationwide for white women was not granted until 1920. Black women didn't get full voting rights until the Voting Rights Act of 1965.
And I think there was a groundswell across the nation, and we felt it, and we stepped right up.
I also think if you know your Oklahoma history, it wasn't really all that popular an idea. It was one of those cases where women made up their mind that they wanted, a group of women made up their mind that they wanted the right to vote, and they pushed for it and they worked hard for it.
With the lack of young voters across the state, the League hopes to continue improvement with educating people about the history and struggle for women's suffrage.
You have to learn, you have to participate and be active, or things go away. That's what I
Yeah, and it's just generational too. My grandmother was 25 years old when she got the right to vote. She was so excited that was possible for her to have the right to vote.
Despite earlier political and social barriers, Oklahoma women have continued to share their voices and hope to inspire the newest generation to vote too. Harley Toothman, OU Nightly.
The League of Women Voters will hold a 100-year commemoration event at the Oklahoma History Center on November 8th.
And if you've been outside, you felt that wind, you can feel the big change in the weather moving through central Oklahoma right now.
Meteorologist Trey Bell joins us live on campus with what this means for our forecast. Trey.
Guys, big changes are on the way to Oklahoma, and a cold front has already moved through the Oklahoma City metro and through Norman. Winds are out of the northwest here on campus, so throughout the remainder of this evening, temperatures will continue to drop. And as a matter of fact, you can see that cold front on radar, so a thin line on radar to the southeast of Norman. That's that wind picking up debris and bugs, and the radar is actually picking that up, so that's a really cool feature you can see on radar. So back to you guys in the studio.
All right, thank you, Trey. Changes to the CART system are coming, and tonight we're getting an idea of just how much money we're talking about with these cutbacks. OU's CART system and the city of Norman signed a contract worth over $630,000, the same amount as last year, but the university says the costs to operate the CART system continue to rise. CART lost $430,000 in fiscal year 17, according to the OU Director of Parking and Transportation. It then lost $350,000 in fiscal year 18. Since the city of Norman says it's not able to pay more for the service, Saturday services will be eliminated.
OU Student Government Association is cracking down on sexual misconduct policies on campus. Campaigning for a safer learning environment, the SGA is pushing for a more robust Title IX policy. This would improve ease of reporting and more support and understanding for victims of sexual assault. Additionally, the new resolution includes establishing a policy and protocol for investigating allegations of sexual misconduct, discrimination, and harassment. And President Trump makes his way to Pittsburgh 3 days following the horrific synagogue shooting. Brooke Mursky joins us now.
Kelsey, Pennsylvania senators as well as local and national officials are declining to appear with President Donald Trump when he visits Pittsburgh. The president is paying respects to the 11 victims killed at the Tree of Life Synagogue. Pittsburgh's Mayor Bill Peduto said he will not appear with Trump and that the focus of the day should be on the victims' families. The mayor's communications director also told the White House that the president's visit is happening too early. And experts are still puzzled as to why Boeing's 737 MAX 8 jet crashed 13 minutes after takeoff. The jet was in use for only 2 months when the 189 passengers and crew experienced the crash. Aviation expert Philip Butterworth Hayes said the data found was unusual and that the pilots must have experienced a loss of control. He suggests that environmental factors could be the cause, such as a microburst rush of wind or hitting a flock of birds. Officials are currently exploring the cause of the flight's failure. And the FBI is investigating the death of 89-year-old former Boston mob boss James Whitey Bulger. Bulger was found dead in West Virginia prison after he was transferred there yesterday. He was one of the country's most infamous criminals and fugitives. Bulger eluded federal authorities for more than 16 years before being sentenced to 31 counts, including racketeering, extortion, money laundering, drug dealing, weapons possession, and murder. He spent 7 years in prison, serving 2 life sentences. In Cal, the Dow rose more than 432 points today, and NASDAQ and S&P rose 1.6%.
All right, thank you very much, Brooke. A 10-year-old campaign to educate the public on the dangers of smoking commemorated the anniversary with an announcement. The campaign, called Tobacco Stops With Me, announced a new effort to save lives and improve health in the state. The new initiative outlines steps Oklahoma should take to lower the adult smoking rate to under 10% in the next decade. These steps include raising the minimum age to buy tobacco products to 21, prohibiting smoking in car with children present, and a ban on all menthols and flavored tobacco. And a tech giant announces major changes to its products. Coming up, we take you on campus with a live update.
Plus, you can live in luxury for a night or two when this new hotel opens. Find out where when OU Nightly continues.
Welcome back to OU Nightly in Brooklyn this morning. Apple kicked off its second keynote in as many months. Sammy Steele joins us live from One University, OU's IT store, with the latest details on Apple's new products. Sammy?
Cal, Apple's announcement today was complete and detailed. Everything from an upgraded iPad to an eco-friendly MacBook Pro. And here's something to smile about: new emojis. What the company is calling the biggest change to the iPad since its inception 8 years ago. The device is about 15% slimmer, no longer features a headphone jack or home button, supports Face ID, and has an edge-to-edge display. But perhaps the most noticeable change is that the device has a USB-C jack, so users can charge other devices with it. The redesigned MacBook Air is 25% lighter now, weighing less than 3 pounds. Apple says the base of the laptop is made out of 100% recycled aluminum as a way to reduce the computer's carbon footprint by 50%. The company also made changes to the MacBook Mini and iPad Pro's Pencil. At the keynote, Apple also shared users can upgrade their devices to iOS 12.1, which offers more than 70 new emojis along with a group FaceTime feature. One university store here in the Union says these products will be available soon. And remember, students can get nearly 10% off all products here. In the Union, I'm Sammy Steele, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Sammy. Former Oklahoma Congressman and new head of NASA Jim Bridenstine heads back to Oklahoma this Wednesday to talk to OU students about the future of space exploration. Bridenstine will take part in a free public discussion called The Future of NASA in in Earth and Space Science at 10:30 a.m. Wednesday in Meacham Auditorium in the Oklahoma Memorial Union. Additionally, Bridenstine will get a first-hand look at the GeoCarb mission, an OU project funded by a $161 million NASA grant that was awarded in 2016.
A new luxury hotel in Oklahoma City is causing a lot of excitement about what the future of downtown might look like. OU Nightly's Alex Antonides has more about what it means for the city moving forward.
If you have been in downtown Oklahoma City recently, you may have noticed a widespread area of construction. These grounds will soon be home to the new Omni Hotel and Convention Center, which is the city's next phase in transforming downtown into a luxury destination.
Oklahoma City is just a dynamic city that is on the move. I mean, you've got cranes everywhere. You're building a convention center, a new park. This is a great city, and Omni's going to be a phenomenal hotel here.
The soon-to-be 17-story hotel and convention center will bring over 600 hotel rooms and 15,000 square feet of meeting space to downtown Oklahoma City.
With the Omni coming in, it's going to bring a level of competition, a level that is going to overall rise up the experience each hotel will be able to give.
Located right across the street from the Chesapeake Arena and overlooking the new 70-acre Scissortail Park, the new entertainment area will include 7 new restaurants and a rooftop pool, benefiting not only people who live here, but also prospective visitors to the city in the future. Now, city officials are optimistic that opening the Omni in downtown Oklahoma City will be the first of many luxury hotels that come to the area, and that will attract larger events such as conventions and even the NBA All-Star Game. In Oklahoma City, Alex Antonides, OU Nightly.
The hotel and convention center are expected to open in the summer of 2020. Well, week 8 of the NFL season is in the books after the Bills hosted the Patriots. Stick around to see if Buffalo pulled off a huge upset on Monday Night Football.
And meteorologist Trey Bell has your Halloween forecast.
Good afternoon. Welcome back to OU Nightly. Check out this video from Venice, Italy. Some severe flooding occurred in Italy over the past 24 hours. This is significant severe weather. You don't see this very often in this region of the world. And notice all these people walking on the boardwalk trying to stay out of that water. And so many streets in that region were flooded, and this was widespread across the region. So they're definitely reeling from that today. Here's a look outside our Norman cam, downtown Norman. So that low cloud cover sticking with us. The cold front has moved through the area and is now southeast of Norman, so 65 degrees. Winds are actually out of the northwest. This graphic has yet to update, but we do have those cloudy skies, and we are sitting at 65 degrees right now. So those temperatures will drop through the remainder of the evening as this cold front continues to move to the southwest. So in the morning, as we're waking up, we'll be in the low 50s to the higher 40s, and then that will continue with us through the remainder of the day on Wednesday and into Thursday. So we do have a possibility of some scattered showers on Halloween. Here is a future radar forecast. Here's throughout the day on Halloween, 12 o'clock on Wednesday. This rain will hang around Norman, and by the time trick-or-treaters are headed out, rain will be just to the east of the metro, and throughout the evening that rain will taper off. As we head into Thursday, those rain and clouds continue to move off to the east into Arkansas. So future rainfall, rain totals will be light, higher totals in the southeast, nearly 2.5 inches down in Idabel. In our trick-or-treat forecast, by 6 p.m. we'll have some scattered showers around the metro, but that will taper off as we head later into the evening. Temperatures will remain in the 40s, so it definitely will be chilly. Make sure you're wearing a jacket as you head out tomorrow night. Through the evening, 50s remain with those cloudy skies. Lows tonight as we wake up in the morning, 52. Now temperatures will decrease throughout the day tomorrow, so 46 for a high in Norman, and that 2-day forecast colder with northerly winds tomorrow, but we start to rebound on Thursday, and the remainder of that 7-day forecast kind of ups and downs, but we will by the beginning of next week kind of stabilize in the 60s. We do have another rain chance on Sunday as well, so definitely an interesting weather pattern for the next 7 days.
That's right. I saw that you were paying attention to that trick-or-treat forecast. I know that's really important to you.
Oh, so important.
Definitely.
You know me.
Be sure to bundle up tomorrow night.
Oh, thank you. I will.
Of course.
Thank you, Trey. Well, it's no secret the Golden State Warriors have one of the deepest rosters in the NBA.
Sydney Forsey is here to tell us about a record-breaking night for one of their stars.
Thanks, guys. The Golden State Warriors are known as the kings of the hardwood, but one player had a definitely good night last night against the Bulls. Stick around, sports is next. Welcome back to OU Nightly. The Sooner football team is coming off 2 dominant wins in a row, and Parker Thune now joins us with a look at what spurred the Sooners to victory. Parker?
Yeah, Sydney, I'm here just outside Owen Field where 72 hours ago the Sooners were putting the finishing touches on an absolute shellacking of Kansas State. We've touched on it many a time, but it really can't be understated. Ruffin McNeill has had a profound impact on this team since taking over as defensive coordinator 3 weeks ago, and that's not lost on any of the players, especially linebacker Kenneth Murray.
He cares about my life in general. He cares about how I'm doing personally, stuff like that. So, when you have people like that in your life, it's easy to go out there and play for him, easy to go out there and run through a wall for him. So, Coach Ruff is somebody that, I hold dear to my heart, and somebody that I'll play for, give as much as I can for, because, just me and him had that connection.
Now you hear Murray talk about the human element of McNeill's coaching style, and we're really beginning to see evidence of that dynamic. This Sooner defense is not only playing better under McNeill, they're playing relaxed. They look invigorated. Now tonight, we'll get a chance to see whether the College Football Playoff Committee has taken notice. The first playoff poll comes out at 6. The top 4 is widely expected to be Alabama, Clemson, Notre Dame, and LSU, likely in that order. OU then would be on the outside looking in. However, one thing's for certain. If OU keeps riding this wave of momentum, they're sure to crack the top 4 sooner rather than later. Sydney, back to you in the studio.
Thank you, Parker. And OU baseball and softball are teaming up to host their free annual Halloween game tonight in support of OU's Children's Hospital.
In the softball game, it's a good cause. Come out and support. We're raising money for the OU's Children's Hospital and helping them get the care and stuff that they need.
After the game, we get to get everybody together, all the kids in the costumes, and take a big picture. It's just really great. It's a good time.
And the NFL trade deadline ended at 4, and here are some of the top trades of the day. Golden Tate will be heading to the Eagles, Ty Montgomery will be headed to the Ravens, Clinton Dix will be moving to the Redskins, and Demaryius Thomas is going to the Texans. But don't worry, Broncos fans, Thomas will be back in Denver next week to show off his new jersey. And the New England Patriots took the W last night after they went head-to-head with the Buffalo Bills. Up until the fourth quarter, the game was a series of field goals from both teams, but Devin McCourty intercepted the ball and ran 84 yards to score for the Patriots, solidifying his team's win. And switching from the gridiron to the hardwood, Klay Thompson had an incredible game last night, breaking the record for most three-pointers in a game in just 3 quarters. And the cherry on top, the previous record holder was Thompson's own teammate, Steph Curry. And I usually find any chance I can to hate on our rivals up north, but Oklahoma State's latest prank on its athletes is genius.
Hey man, hey man.
Well guys, I think that video is hilarious. I know, their colors are orange and black, but they are starting to take Halloween very seriously up there.
That's why I always take the stairs.
Well,
Same.
the good news for the Pokes is they don't have anything to be scared of until that November 10th Bedlam matchup.
So exactly. We'll see them then, I guess, and see if they scream that loud again.
That's right. That's right. Thank you, Sydney.
Thank you.
And as we mentioned, Halloween is tomorrow, but it's never too early to get in on the fun.
Coming up, we take a look at one of the most talked about candies.
I'm Candace Coonrod at the Update Desk. Chesapeake Energy Corporation plans to buy Houston-based Wild Horse Resource Development Corporation in a nearly $4 billion deal. The agreement was announced today, and the boards of both companies have approved the sale. Back to you, Cal and Kelsey.
All right, thank you, Candace. And while tomorrow is Halloween, today is National Candy Corn Day.
The infamous treat dates all the way back to the 1800s and are easily recognized with their distinct yellow, orange, and white colors. However, there's a growing consensus that you either like it or you don't.
And I'll be the first to tell you, I am in the boat that says, get that stuff away from me. I am not a candy corn guy.
I don't think it's that bad.
I'm in the same boat, Cal.
I mean, people are all over Twitter and they're saying, no way, I will not eat that candy, and I'm right there with them.
Yeah, I completely agree.
If I get that
do I have to eat one? Guess I have
You
to
can
eat
have
one.
them all. If I get that for Halloween, I'm throwing them back at the house or something like that.
Hey, there you go. There's an idea. For some Halloween trivia for you guys, on Halloween in 1993, Oklahoma City that evening reached a temperature of 16 degrees Fahrenheit. So those trick-or-treaters were definitely chilly outside, and it did make that the coldest Halloween on record in Oklahoma City.
It's crazy.
Won't be that cold tomorrow, though. That's
It will not. It'll be chilly. We might have some showers around for the early part of the evening, but I think by late evening, 8 o'clock, showers will be moved out, but that cold will still be there.
It's been so warm.
Nice weather
It
to
has
get your
been.
candy corn, huh?
Definitely. Hey, if you're going to eat some.
Thanks, Trey. And thank you for watching OU Nightly, brought to you by the Gaylord College at the University of Oklahoma.
We'll see you back here tomorrow night, live at 4:30.
Have a great evening.
Good night.